Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana, and this is from Fox News again. I want to be perfectly clear. This political fiasco with Democrats who have no concern with justice or doing things that are right or equal or fair, it just was smearing campaign and with political process to get ahead in the elections, that are midterm elections, is totally clear. And this gentleman, not here, but the one coming up as we talk about this, clearly states that they're not interested in the FBI report uh, as long as it's favorable. They really only want a report that would smear or stop or slow down the process. He's been investigated at least 5 or 6 times before. They found nothing. They'll find nothing now, but they don't care about that. They want to slow down and stop this process.
House officials, so a lot of availability and a lot of sound in support, not just of the judge, but also in support of those who may be on the fence in the Senate. But I think the second thing is really important as well. You're going to see a bit of a reliance on this FBI report, again, to bolster the argument that a man who has served honorably on the bench for more than 2 decades should not have this allegation, an uncorroborated allegation, keep him from serving on the U.S. Supreme Court.
Now, it's an it's not been, there's no evidence. Since there's no evidence for this allegation, it should be thrown out. Shouldn't even waste time on it. But they don't care about that. They don't care about justice or due process or smearing or destroying a person whom they don't want in there. They don't care about that. So that's criminally and in my mind, morally wrong, if not criminally wrong. There are some criminal things here that need to be investigated. Now, let's go on here.
Let me take you to Twitter. The president is talking about it once again this morning.
This is a clear statement, and it shows how smart and how thorough Trump is. He says this is harsh and unfair treatment of Judge Brett Kavanaugh, having an incredible upward impact on voters. People, and this is bold, get it far better than politicians. Most importantly, this great life cannot be ruined by means of despicable Democrats and totally uncorroborated allegations. They're unfounded. There's no basis in them. But they don't care that there's no basis. They just want to smear and delay Kavanaugh.
About Judge Kavanaugh's fitness.
All these types of questions get thoroughly investigated throughout one's career. He's been entrusted with some of the most important jobs in government over the last 25 years with a very high-profile career. And all the folks that are demanding this type of an investigation in the Senate are Democrats who've already pledged to vote no. They don't.
Now, did you hear that? There are already Democrats that have pledged to vote no. That says a lot. And this is from CNN. CNN is getting a lot of pressure on it. It's actually coming out with some fair reports once in a while, which is showing how effective people can be while not supporting biased news. CNN is going to have to get their crap together to survive, and if they don't, they're going to be a channel that people don't watch. And they're getting the message. So keep the pressure up on CNN. Now we're going to hear that they've interviewed these 9 out of 10 people, and Ford wasn't one of them. But Ford has been thoroughly interviewed in public under oath, and there's no need to rehash it. It's just a waste of time.
The team's not happy about that. Chuck Grassley would say you should have shared your notes with us and not the Washington Post.
Now, Grassley is right. They should have shared the notes with us, not the Washington Post. And there's some legal issues there. And Grassley and others need to go after Feinstein and others that have, or their staff that have been involved with this from the beginning.
What is the White House? How is the White House characterizing that, Kevin?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head. From their perspective, Dr. Ford has already been effectively interviewed for the entire world to see under oath on Capitol Hill. And so given that, it's important, they say, to allow the FBI to sort of unpack other allegations that have been out there. The Bureau could have chosen to interview her. They did not, about which her lawyers said this. An FBI supplemental background investigation that did not include an interview of Dr. Christine Blasey Ford nor witnesses who corroborate her testimony cannot be called an investigation. We are profoundly disappointed that after the tremendous sacrifice she made in coming forward, those directing the FBI investigation were not interested in seeking the truth. It is expected, Bill, that the president will get an opportunity to take a look at that report firsthand here this morning. Of course, as we learn more about it, we'll be sure to pass it along. But for now, back to you.
Let's get on with this. The vote is going to happen here shortly, either the end of this week or the beginning of next, and we'll see what happens. But Kavanaugh should be appointed. If he isn't, citizens of this nation need to really get up, get on the phones, and put some pressure on these senators to get their head out. And that's all there is to it, because this still is a republic, and they need to be representative of the people's will and not their own political crap. Again, it's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. Good day.